It restarted the whole stream? Yeah, it did. My internet went out. I'm
I want
saying
to run this
anything.
LR though.
Anything can happen. Timestamp 12:52. Might be able to take a short off this.
Yeah, I'm in the short
Maybe.
right now trying to target them. Run that LR.
I'm trying to target this to the downside. Let me run this test limit order though. But they're just goofing around going sideways.
Order submitted. Order canceled.
They still got that 9 point below.
Or let me see.
Order submitted. Order canceled.
Let me look at draws and liquidity here. Look at the ES, squeeze it higher. ES might want to try and come up and pop this high over here. That's what it appears ES is trying to target outside of this. So we need to be on alert for that. Because ES is just goofing around here. ES is just basing. That 1, 2, 3, 4 trend line snap, where? Let me look. We need to look for trend lines, bro, like some easy trades, bro.
Yeah,
What is that?
the cheap trade. Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this. This is perfect. This is perfect to the downside, potentially, yes.
Yeah, I took it all 27,396.25.
Good eye, Raz. Absolutely. Great trading, good eye, Raz. They left a volume balance up here, though, a little bit higher. Close at 15, high of 11. It's a 4-point volume balance here. Close at 27 and a high. This is so it's a 3 and a 4 above head. Is there any draws and liquidity lower? We got this volume balance over here lower for them to snap this trend line and then for them to come here. Outside of this, potentially timestamp 12:54.
27,330 hasn't get tapped yet.
They're about to
It might
snap
be
this.
heading there. Yeah.
And they're about to snap this. They're about to snap this. They're about to snap this and they're about to hurt a lot of people on this. Gotta watch this though, because ES is looking like it's trying to pop this high. And we gotta be cautious because we're up at the all-time high. And we're tapping into a 1 and a 5-minute BISI cluster. If we think that it's like we can short this with the anticipation that ES comes over to this 15-minute BISI, this might be a trade that we might be able to somewhat take. I'm gonna wait.
Yeah, I got 80. I got $85 out of it.
Yeah, I got the same about 87.
I'm gonna wait for this candle to turn green, then I'm short. I was long. I got because of that trend line, exactly. Best to be on alert with that.
I might re-enter 394.
They just snapped this trend line. And Q is looking a little bit more bearish, but ES is looking like it's trying to come here. ES is looking like it's trying to come here to the zone, that's what ES is looking like. That's what it appears. ES is looking like it's trying to go there. I'm being for real with you. So be on alert.
Order submitted.
I'm going to short this right now, and I'm going to try and target the low on this, and I'm going to try and target 66 to the downside. I'm in 5 contracts right now. Like, I just want to see them bleed this out and potentially come lower, and then maybe try and target this from snapping this trend line. I'm in this short timestamp, 12:56. I'm entering into this position right now on my funded accounts. What? Hold on. Why is it saying that? Why is it saying my total P&L is that? So there is a glitch right now. There is a glitch right now with...
Order filled.
There was a glitch just now with NinjaTrader. I had to get out of that trade because there was a glitch. There was a glitch. It was saying... There was a glitch. It was saying that my total P&L was negative, even though that I entered into the trade and it was positive. Whenever there's any kind of issue, I get the hell out and I reevaluate so that it's not confusing or clouding my judgment.
Yeah.
There was a glitch just now. I still think they're getting ready to come here, but it's okay. It's okay. So I cut that trade slightly just now because there was a glitch going on just now with this shit. You
Yeah,
saw,
that happens on a lot of web-based platforms. That's why I like
bro,
trading on
did you just see that?
Thinkorswim. You won't get that on Thinkorswim.
Bro, yeah, bro. It was saying that my total P&L was negative even though that I had obviously won my previous trades. It
Yeah,
was just saying that just now. I promise you. I
yeah,
promise you, bro, it was just saying that shit. That was crazy.
I believe it.
So I got out of that trade. And now I know Ninja Trader's tripping. So now I need to be paying attention. So now what I need to be doing is I need to be paying attention to my P&L. Damn, it was a good trade too. Yeah, I got out of there though, and they bounced it.
The
So
might
I
give
would
you a
have,
good re-entry.
yeah, exactly.
395.
Now I know what I'm dealing with. So now I feel a little bit more comfortable. We need to be on alert though. They snapped that immediate term trend line. Close on this is 72, and then the low of this candle is 70 is 75. It's a 4-point volume balance. Be on alert. I got out of that. They're still goofing around here. Maybe a good thing. If anything makes you feel comfortable, I don't give a damn. You got to get out. Only you can tell you how to trade. If anything makes you feel uncomfortable, man, you got to get the hell out of there. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm being dead serious. Get out. Why hold on to it? Why? For why? Why you want to do something like that for? It's best to get out of a trade and profit and then reevaluate than to hold on to something foolishly and then to pray to God and wish you would have got out earlier. That's why there is no such thing as TPing early. There's no such thing. Because if you TP early, then I mean, if you TP early 100% of the time, then I mean that you win 100% of the time. You never lose. Why wouldn't you want to TP?
Right.
What's the problem?
Yep.
I'm being dead serious. Just stop and just think about that. So whenever people say, hey,
Yeah, me
man,
too.
I cut my winners too early. What's that mean? That means that
You're in profit.
that means that, yeah, that means that you have a reoccurring problem of choosing the correct direction. Look at them. They're about to displace. The spy is trying to squeeze into oblivion. Look at that. Close of 91. Low of 663. That's a 9-point volume balance right there. They just keep on creating these over and over again. They're back to BSing, and I'm back to sitting here on my hands and doing nothing. That's what I'm back to doing. I reevaluate now. I would have went break even on the trade anyway.
Yeah, I got out of there as soon as it went above that.
They're goofing around. That tells me right there that I need to be chilling out. Why? Because ES is trying to come here and target this zone over there that I was talking about. ES is trying to pop this high over here. Look at the ES squeeze into oblivion trying to target this low. You can clearly see what they're doing. They don't give a damn about anything. They're just going to keep squeezing. This is all-time high overshoot. They're going to go higher. SPY green. SPY going to go 715, I'm trying to tell you. SPY's going to go 715. They're about to clip. Oh, my goodness. We're up here at the all-time high. SPY's about to go green and go all-time high overshoot right now. We need to be on alert because if they break this high, this is going to get dangerous. We've been dealing with fire. We've been playing with fire all day. We did not call their bluff. That's a 9-point volume balance, though, is it not? Close at 91. Yeah, that's a 9-point volume balance right there. But they need to go higher so I can short it. I'm not gonna do that with ES goofing around with this high over here because I know this is where they're trying to go. I know for a fact that this is where they're trying to go on this damn ES. They're trying to pop this shit.
Yeah, and then it could be dragging.
They want to pop this high. And if they pop this high, why would they not go all-time high overshoot? It's going to come in succession. You need to understand that. Scared to take a small gain when standing there stressing and silly. Yes. But that's how most people think. We need to reprogram people's minds. We back. Macro alarm. Yes. 5-minute market structure shift. 5-minute FVG. Where? On what asset? Jacob. I think it's those weird intraday accounts. See, that was weird as hell. I think they're going to attack that high on SPA. That's what I think. That's what I think too. I think they want to pop this and go all-time high overshoot again. This is bullish. Nvidia's up 2.5%. They're going to squeeze. This market's not going to dump with no Nvidia up 2.5%, bro. I don't give a damn what's going on.
$12.
Nvidia's at 213, all-time high overshoot on the Nvidia. They made a new all-time high again today on the market again.
SanDisk is up $72.
Really? I was thinking about buying that damn Nvidia. Shit.
Over $1,062. Bought it last year. Could have got it for $40.
It looked like it want to rally heavy.
The memory chips were a good thing to get into about a year ago. Micron, SanDisk, when they IPO'd.
Be on alert. You might squeeze this higher into oblivion. The ES is trying to come here. ES wants to come here, man. If you short this, you have to know that you have to understand that this is where they're trying to come. So where this aligns at with NQ, I have no idea. But if ES squeezes past this zone, NQ is going to go higher. So, me, God, I'm trying to tell you. The only reason why they even remotely want to go lower is because of this 9-point volume imbalance, whatever that they left behind. But shorting this right now, knowing that major objective up there above head is not worth it to me. The only reason why they want to go lower is because of this shit here, which they're getting ready to target right now on this candle here. But I'm not going to take a trade with that in mind. Why? Because this strategy, it gets in the way of this. You need to understand that. If your strategy gets in the way of what they're doing, you need to not do that. Because guys, it's clear as day that they're trying to pop this higher. It's clear as day ES is clearly trying to come here. So if your trade idea gets in the way of this and it's not risk conducive to this, then don't do it. It's best to just wait. We've been waiting all goddamn day. It's best to wait now. They want to squeeze it. And the Nvidia's at the all-time high. Best to be on alert. Can't believe that shit did that. I had to cut that trade. Tesla's still running. Tesla, yeah. Tesla going green. Market at all-time high. Look at the Avgo. They're about to squeeze this ES, boy. This is dangerous. We're up at the all-time high. Hey, TikTok, can you guys do me a favor? TikTok, how's everybody doing? TikTok, can you guys send me like 100 likes, just 15 seconds of your time, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like that. Just please, 100 likes, guys. There's 40 people watching here. I had to cut the live stream last time because my internet went out. I don't ask for likes. I'll sit here and I'll trade live in front of you. I hope you navigate this disgusting market the best way that I can. Maybe point some things out to you. Can you just send a few likes because the likes is lagging. We got 40 people in here. If each person sends 100, 150 likes, that'll be, like 3,000 or 4,000 likes. That's it. I don't ask for much. I'm not going to ask you for no Galaxy, no donation. Oh, thanks EH Chrome for sending the rose and Robbie for sending the rose. Yeah. Well, guys, those things mean a lot. But, guys, I'm not going to ask for no Galaxies. I'm not going to stand on top of my head and do spins and scream and do challenges and no weird shit like that. Just strictly stock trading. And then every now and then, in time distortion, I'll go on a rant. And then, I'll probably finish the rant, depending upon what it is. And I'll say, I don't give a damn about that. Because I really don't. Because I don't care about who's the president or who's not. So I'll finish it off with that. And then I'll probably leave you perplexed, going, why was that guy so passionate about that if he says he doesn't care? Because I really don't. But other than that, that's it. I think it's those weird-ass intraday. I already read that. Be on alert. They're goofing around with this ES, man. They're trying to come here on this ES, man. This market about to go all-time high overshoot again. They're gearing it up again. Bullish, it appears. NVIDIA all-time high. They keep using NVIDIA as the catalyst. Absolutely. That's exactly what they're doing, Robbie. They're using the NVIDIA as the catalyst right now. And they're squeezing it into oblivion off the NVIDIA. If NVIDIA is up 2.5%, you need to not be seriously trying to short this market as a beginner. Why? Because almost every dip is going to be bought. And then the NQ is going to go sideways. And then every single push up is going to be amplified. Bullish, it appears. Same as Thursday or Friday. Yep. I'll be right back. There's this volume balance here that they might want to try and target here. Be on alert for this. Watch out for this here. They take this out, then they might squeeze it into the all-time high. Be on alert. If they do all-time high pop it and they curl it, then I'm going to short it. I'm operating on a what-if-then scenario, on a then-if scenario. If they do this, then I think they're going to do this. I need to wait for them to do something. I'll be back. Get some water. Thanks, guys, for the likes. For those who sent them, thank you. Guys, listen. You need not short this. Listen, you've been warned. You need not short this because they're flirting with the all-time high so they could do God body flash wick candle above, stop out the liquidity, and then potentially go lower, which is doubtful. You need to not short this. This is dangerous to short now. They're flirting with another all-time high breach right now. Not on this, but on SPY for what normal people can see. If they flash this up into here, it's going to flash into 715. You need to understand that, okay? This is where I think that they're trying to go. This is where I seriously think these people are trying to go. Market squeezed higher, and the HOD nearly met the EOD on the weekly and the daily. It's going to precipitate even higher. 665 and 716 SPY all-time high overshoot at a minimum is what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking now. I think they're trying to go 716 on the SPY. Remember what I said about the market having to register weakness before it seriously dumps. If we just squeeze 2% and close at the HOD, why the hell we dump? Unless something breaks, we're not. That's what I said over this weekend now. They're doing what I said now. And they squeeze it in the after hours, but that don't do nothing. Why? Because most people can't see that. They need to take this shit higher. They're going to squeeze this higher now. Don't short this. You've been warned. What time? What time what? Mike says. What time what, Mike? See Tesla. Yeah, I see it. I'm looking at it right now. Tesla about to go green. Trading. I trade live every single day at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Monday through Friday. On the TikTok. From Discord at 9, 10 a.m. 5-minute chart. What do you mean? I've been in long since 323. Good job. Be on alert. A flash liquidity grab up would not surprise me. To an all-time high shoot. Be on alert. Be on alert. They dumped him. I debated with a guy last night. The SPY was going to pop after your post yesterday. He said no because of the Elliott wave. The Elliott wave don't mean nothing. I think it's foolish. Market ain't going off no goddamn Elliott wave. I used to try and trade that strategy too. Market ain't going off no damn Elliott wave. What about the Elliott wave people? Hold on, look.
They done.
Yeah, it appears.
They hella dumping right now. They gonna dump right now. I ain't going nowhere near the buy button. At least to Asia.
do you find the ideas on this thing? Where's the ideas chart? They want to dump it. They feel that volume balance lower. They're goofing around.
Dumping heavy, boy.
Yes.
Got me a little hundo off of that. Wait till he.
Good job, buddy.
Great job, sir.
So I think they're going again, bro. There's another little spot in the 27-33-55 area.
Hey, I have a question. TikTok. Not maybe myself for Disco, but TikTok. Do you guys think that no trolling. Seriously. Because my newswire just talking about it just now. So I wanted to ask this question because I wanted to get a data sample from my mental. Do you guys think that the presidential assassin over the weekend was staged? Yes or no? Do you think that it was fake? Do you think that it was fake? I want to know. Does anyone think that was fake and that was used for publicity? Anthony says she asked her. Jen says yes. For sure, people was just sitting down eating while it was happening. I think the assailant was a lone attacker, but the reaction was like it was staged. Robbie said. Anyone else? How to find ideas on TradingView. The search bar. So let's do the search bar. Does anybody think it was staged? How do we find the ideas off of this? Like, how do we find ideas? Like, search it. Like, where are the ideas at? Okay. Ideas. Spy. Where are the Elliott Wave people at? I'm gonna find the first Elliott Wave person that I find posting on here. Where they at? Oh, here. Where's it? Where the Elliott Waves? I know I just saw one. But Elliott Wave forecast. Look. This is the first Elliott Wave person that I've seen. Look what they said. Look. Elliott Wave. 1, 2, 3, 4. High is 688 on SPY. Man, SPY's at 715, about to go 720. Look at this. Kind of weird. Man, SPY never even look back. Look at these Elliott Wave people. Look. Every single Elliott Wave person. I'm going to try and find the next one. Where's it at? I'm trying to look for an Elliott Wave person. I'm only scanning for Elliott Waves in this cycle. I'll know it whenever I see it, an Elliott wave. I used to believe those people. Is this Elliott wave? Look at the ES flash it up. Hold on, let's lock
I
in.
mean,
Yeah,
NQ
just flash
too.
that stuff.
I told you they was gonna flash it.
N-
I told you I
NQ
was gonna
did
take
it
this out.
too.
You see that? See that? I told you I was gonna do that. You see they flashed it up? You see they flashed up in one candle and did it? If you seriously thought that they wasn't gonna do that, then I apologize. Spy General. What you mean by that? They flashed it up, new all-time high again. They just made a new all-time high on that candle, you know. Like every single short that has ever existed is underwater. They're losing right now on the spot. Every single one is losing. There's not one short that's winning right now. They want to squeeze. Should we be looking for longs or short? You should be looking to do nothing. We just flashed up in it all the time high. We have no idea what they're getting ready to do. And the White House is doing a pressing and a briefing right now on my newswire talking about it. That's why I asked that question, because I wanted to see what people was thinking. Okay, I'm back. I'm just wondering why he's not shot. Mm-mm. What do you mean? The guy bum rushed and then you're not going to get close to the president of the United States. So, like, I don't know what he was thinking. Trump is an attention whore. Yes, he is. Yes, I think it was fake. I have a question. So, I have a serious question. If it's fake, then you're going to assume that that person was in on it, correct? Guys, I'm not trying to convince you of anything because I don't care. I'm being honest, I don't. But I also love human psychology. If you're going to assume that it was fake, then you're going to assume that that person was not real. Do you think that was a real person? Yes or no? To every single person that said, hey, that was fake.
Scapegoat.
Huh?
Scapegoat, possibly. They did it to me.
So you think so either like that was an imaginary person, like like that person did not actually like exist, or like he was an undercover agent. Or the other scenario is you think that the government paid that person a specific amount of money to then spend the next 20 to 30 years of their life behind bars
Shit, I
in
was
order to
facing
try to prove
70.
a
They
point.
did it to me.
I would say I think it's staged because he want that ballroom so bad. He'll go through great measures to get it approved. Because that's the first thing he said. Oh, see, this is why we should be in the ballroom. Yeah, I know. They staged that.
Mm. Stage, okay. Okay, yeah, no worries. I was just asking. I promise you I'm not going to try and convince anyone of anything else. It's just that, but do you guys know the consequences that come from that stage, though? Do you guys know the ballroom is paid for? Correct, it is. But what I'm saying is nah, it's real. They were trying to, yeah, correct. But what I'm saying though is do you guys understand the consequences that's going to come from that staging? Do you guys understand that? Does everyone understand the consequences that's going to come from what happened? Does everyone understand that? I understand what you're saying as far as the conclusive evidence, and you're making a valid point. Everyone that says that, but look at the inconclusive evidence, the things that prove that disprove it. I want y'all to think about that. Stop and just think about that. Would you do something? Would you sign yourself up to spend 40 years of your life inside prison? Would you do that? That's like a logical person. Like, would you do that? That's my question to you. Yes or no? So logic goes out of the window with that question. Then the next thing that comes about this is this. If it's staged, then you would have to so you also have to think of this. So like you also have to think of this from this perspective. that officer that got shot, that you would have to assume that he shot that officer in that specific spot, and he knew specifically that that officer was wearing X, Y, and Z vest under X, Y, and Z, and that officer was going to survive. So you're implying that they were playing with real live bullets for fun. That's also what you're implying, because there was one officer that was shot in his chest, and he had a bulletproof vest on, so it saved his life. So you're also implying that that was staged as well. I'm just I'm just looking at the inconclusive. I'm looking at the culpatory and inculpatory evidence. I apologize, I spoke incorrectly. I think the correct term is inculpatory. That's what I'm looking for, because I like to look at both sides, and I think that both sides have a valid point. I would probably say, based off of that, and based off of just common sense and common logic, that, and then you also have to look at it from this perspective as well, because a lot of people were saying, hey, people were just standing there, like people were recording. There, it was a dinner. The media was there. There were literally hundreds of reporters there. It's their job to report. Like, these people know that that they can make a lot of money on something if they record a disaster happening. And then they also know that it's not that they're not being targeted. So like, if you can record something like that, and then you can license it out and sell it, you can make millions upon millions of dollars. That can be a life-changing event for you, a life-changing photo of you for you that people can remember you in time for. So I debunked that theory with that, because some people were like, hey, well, why wasn't everybody running or screaming? And then I also sat back and I looked at it as well, and I looked at it from the perspective of, people were like, well, people were laughing and joking whenever the situation was happening. Has anyone ever, guys, the reason why I'm going on this rant is because we're up at the all-time highs, and I don't think that they're trying to go lower. So until they show me something different, then I'll change my tune, which happened on this flash. That's why I stopped talking. But now they're right back. Has anyone ever been in a life-threatening disaster to where like pandemonium has struck, but like you're unsure, but like you didn't realize the danger that you were in until after the fact? Has anyone ever come across a scenario like that? If you have, then let me know, because you wouldn't know how to react. Like, you wouldn't know left from right. And then on top of that, it was probably loud as shit in that ballroom, and there were only a few gunshots that went off, and it wasn't in that same room, and you couldn't see the threat. So, like, that person never made it to that.
In the ballroom.
Correct. So that person never made it to that room. So you don't know if it was. So Trump said it himself. Trump was like, hey, like, I thought that like a plate dropped. Has anyone ever been next to? Has anyone ever seriously heard like gunshots from afar? So what?
Trump lowered security for that event.
So what? So what? So what, Phantom? Okay, I'll continue. I didn't hear what Phantom said.
No, I said Trump lowered security for that event.
I'm unsure if I'm unsure. Yeah. I'm gonna have to confirm that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to confirm that. But in any event, unless I see it happen, they're all blanks. They're all blanks. Interesting. You know, and that reason right there is exactly why I don't try to convince people. because it was the lowest amount of security they've had at events like this, correct? So the crazy thing about this is this, and this proves my point. No matter how much convincing that I try to convince you that it could have been real, or I try to convince you and say, hey, it was fake, 50% of you are going to say, bro, that thing was fake. Trump is an attention whore, which he is, but hey, he's an attention whore, and he did that on purpose, and then they hired that guy, and then those were blanks. There's no way that happened. 50% of you are going to believe that, and then the other 50% of you are going to go, bro, that dude that just did that was just or just being a complete fool, a dumb a dumb arse, and then he just ran in there, like just free willy nilly, and he tried to catch people off guard, and then he got caught up with with no serious plan, and he was just a lone assailant. And then you know what? It just is what it is. Thank God that the president's safe. Half of you are going to think that, another half are going to, and then other half you're going to think, hey, that was staged. There's no way there's no way that that's the case. But I tell you one thing that's not staged though. He's going to get at least 30 to 40 years in prison. And honestly speaking, he might get life in prison because he attacked a facility where the president of the United States was at. The last
Yeah,
guy that,
he's in court today.
huh?
He's in court today. Yes, court today, Monday.
Correct. That's what's not staged, and you cannot debate that. The
They gonna
last
make him look
guy,
like the
guys,
lowest
listen,
scum of the universe.
guys, do you guys remember the last time that a person even snuck onto a golf range where Trump was at? Do you guys think that that was fake? Because I know a lot of people that said, bro, that was fake too. But do you still think that it's fake whenever these people get 30 or 40 guys? He didn't even do anything. Like, he just let shots off where Trump was located at. And I think he got like 30 years and 40 years in prison or something like that. That last guy. Would you trade 30 as a reasonable human? Would you trade 30 or 40 years of your life to not even get a shot at the president? Would you do that? You need to look at it from that perspective, I think, whenever you're considering these things. I seriously think these people are just radical. Like, they just have no plan in mind. Like
Yeah,
most
that's
people whenever
what
they
I
enter
think.
to this market. And I don't blame it on Democrats. I don't blame it on Republicans. I just think that this world is full of crazy ass people. I'm being dead serious, and I don't put anything past anybody. There's no way in hell I would trade 30 or 40 years of my life by sneaking onto a golf range and letting shots off in the vicinity of the president. Because people were saying that was fake too. But he got convicted. You do know that, right? So for that reason, I think that trumps every Trump, not actual Trump. I think that evidence right there, personally, I think that surmounts all of the evidence on as to why it would be fake. I'm just being honest with you, because I can't reasonably figure out a scenario on as to why they would do that for. Like, to what benefit is that? He's already the president of the United States. To what benefit would they have to do that for? Do you think that they really care about your opinion that much to where they need you to think that scenario was fake? I think personally that you think that your opinion and your influence as a lone individual in this country,
I think I just made $100 from this Stewart.
is valued too highly. That's what I think in my brain. I'm being honest with you. Trump does talk about central casting a lot. They don't have loose ends with crap like that. Yeah, no, that's wild. I think that he was just radical. And I think that he was unhinged. I think he had a mental illness somehow, some way. But that's just me. But I'm not going to try and convince people of it, because guess what? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Because if I convince you that it was fake, guess what happens? Our lives have not changed. We still need to read this market. If I convince you that it was real, and or you convince me that he wasn't crazy and that he was actually a perfectly healthy individual, and he was in cahoots with the government to then send himself to prison for 40 or 50 years off of shooting blanks from a gun, then if that's what you think, and even if you convince me of that, then it still doesn't matter. If I'm being honest with you, like, that's why, like, I wouldn't, like, argue with anybody about it. Like, that's why, like, I'm not going to try and convince you. Just stop and just think about that. Would you do 40 years in prison or 50 years in prison for blanks? Can you imagine?
I wouldn't do it for nothing.
If we wouldn't do it for nothing, would you do that? Because you do know that's a person, right? Like that's not like a robot. That's not like a humanoid AI robot with Tesla. We're not there yet. Or like the robot from iRobot, where like they can put, you know what I'm saying? Like that's an actual person. And then if you're implying or insisting that those were blanks, then you're implying that the medical people were in on it as well. So like people need to think deeper into these things about like what logically has to happen. Because I've seen that too. People go, hey, those were blanks. Those weren't real shots. Just stop and just think about this. Listen, you're implying that hundreds of people at that event were in cahoots. Hundreds of people, and they were all in on the script. And the medical people that attended to the guy that quote unquote fake, to the officer that fake got shot, that bullet that hit his, that the bullet that they claimed hit his vest, that they faked that incident report. That they sat down, that thousands of people, because guys, there's thousands of people in on this event, that thousands of people conspired and said, when this happens, we're going to fake this incident report, and then we're going to hide all of the evidence, and then we're going to plant then either we're going to lie on this incident report for the bullet that came out of the gun, or that hit his vest, or we're going to plant a bullet that was already shot on the ground. And then we're all in on this move in order to try to deceive randoms online. For whatever benefit, I don't know. I don't know what the benefit would be in the grand scheme of things, but we're going to do this. That's what you're assuming whenever you're assuming conspiracy theories. That's why I don't waste my time on those things. You need to understand that. That means that like the low-life little intern or whoever is on that medical staff and the people at the hospital that check them out, they're all being paid off. Do you think that they're doing that? He says, and if one person gives it up, they're all liable. Exactly. If one person says, damn it, I was only making $5,000 off this deal. Tom is getting $50,000 to keep his mouth shut. I'm out of this.
Yep.
Can you imagine the hell and the pandemonium that would break loose? Do you think?
You know how many people were involved with this?
Do you seriously think that those people would risk their jobs for you? Their livelihood, their credibility like that, their positions of power to try to appease your brain? I mean, like, what do they have to gain from doing that?
Some of them have
nothing.
Choice.
You do know that, right? Because in order for something to be staged correctly, every single person has to be in on it, and they have to be compensated, or else they're going to roll over on each other. So the people reporting that incident, that dude got shot, and you're saying it's blanks, they have to be in cahoots. The medical team, and Dr. Lance Hardison is inside here. Correct me if I'm wrong, Lance, but isn't there something governing as well whenever you sign a contract as a doctor in order to tell the truth? Yes or no? I can't name it, but I know for a fact that we do have some doctors in here. Yes or no? Is that true?
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
You can't just fake stuff
called
as a doctor.
Hippocratic Oath.
Yeah, Hippocratic Oath, and then there's Hippocratic Oath. Yes, exactly. So you're assuming that those doctors and the medical staff broke their Hippocratic Oath. The dozens upon dozens of them, and they're all being paid. These normal people. Just stop it and think. But see, look, it's easy initially in order for you to go, well, yeah, it's fake. Those are blanks. But you're not thinking of everything that has to go into it being fake. I'm just trying to open up your mind a little bit. This is how I think about life on a daily basis. And this has, yes, I'm going on a rant about this event that happened, but this has everything to do about everything that I talk about as well, about the political stuff as well, about the political side, and about conspiracy theories and about all of this weird stuff. He says, and they can lose their licenses. And he's a doctor. He's telling you this. They can lose their licenses. The guys, stop. Let alone the licenses aside. Guys, the licenses aside. They can go to prison. Their lives would be over. Why would they do that for? For you. Who are you? Would you do that for a random stranger? Would you do that? No, you would not. So wouldn't you just tell the truth? Or wouldn't it just be chucked up as what the hell just happened inside this place? I don't know. That dude really was shot. I'm going to report it as such. I don't know what's happening. Would you lie and make something up with the president of the United States and the FBI? The president of the United States, the FBI, what's the bureau with this that starts with a C? It's the C something, C S or whatever it was called. CIA, the FBI, CIA, and national media there. Would you risk your license doing that?
And the NSA.
And the NSA, everyone is there. Would you do that? Would you do that? Would you go, man, this is a perfect time for me to manufacture this event right now. Or not event. This is a perfect time for me to falsify this information, for me to plant a bullet here with all of these cameras here.
Yeah, you wind up gone in the ocean.
Would you do that? Yes or no? I'm being serious. But and if your brain is going, bro, that makes somewhat he has a point. Whoa, that's crazy. I just pointed out the hypocrisy in regards to how your brain was processing that information that had just happened. This is far deeper than a trading channel. I'm just being honest with you. Rye says, nah. And Rye is a police officer. Guys, it's funny how the people in this profession go, bro, I would never do that. No, there's nothing that I would do to do that. But the normal people that aren't in the profession go, hell yeah, it was staged. You want to know why? Because that's not you, because you've never been in that position. Every single person inside here that's related to that profession goes, bro, that's ridiculous. I would never do that. That makes sense. I took an oath. I am not going to jeopardize my kids. The food that I put in my kids' mouth and feeding my family, to lie on this documentation. Why would I do that for? For what do I have to gain? I don't even like Trump for real. Guys, most of those people, some of those people there, guys, they don't even like Trump for real. Guys, you also have to assume that the doctors that are working there like him too. Don't you think that some of them are Democrats too? Like the people that are just working there, because they're working a 9 to 5 too. You do know that you can work a job and not like your boss, right? So you're assuming that they're all in cahoots too. That everyone there loves that guy. And that everyone goes, man, this is a great idea for me to lie on my Hippocratic oath. That's what you're assuming.
Trump was a Democrat his whole life up until the time he was going to run for president.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he was. Yes, that is correct. But that's what you're assuming as well. I'm not doing that. I'm not risking my freedom, let alone my license. Not my license, let alone my freedom. Are you crazy? But again, I'm not here to convince you, and I'm not telling you it's fake or real. But I am going to point out the evidence to you. He said he flipped the GOP. Yeah. Yep, correct, Robbie. But I'm not here to convince you. I'm just here to point out things to you and to hold my hand out and to point things out in common sense. And then it's up. And then like if I clearly count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the sum of these equals 4, and if you still look at that and you go, no, that equals 648. There's 648 pieces in your hand, then I can't convince you. There's nothing that I can do. I can only point out facts of the matter, and I can only just point things out to your attention. It's up to you in order for you to have the brain power, in order for you to make the judgment yourself. Be right back, Abundance says. Yeah, true fact. Had Kamala won, it would have been more attempts than now, really. And then the Trump admin would still be in power. It would go to JD. What would that do? Exactly. I'm serious. Like, what would they have to gain with that? What, you think JD Vance is going to do something completely different? Like, what would they have to gain from those things? So with that logic, trading has taught me this, and this ties into trading with this. I don't look for reasons to prove something. I look for, guys, I'm looking for reasons on as of to why something is not the case. Like, so let me rephrase this a little bit better here. I'm not looking on reasons on as to why I should get into a trade. I'm not looking for things to do. Like, oh, I'm looking, guys, what's more important to me is knowing what not to do. So I'm looking at that on like, okay, I know that wouldn't be the case. And you can all agree on that. So I go, okay, if that's the case, then this probably is not, then this probably has to be true. I use process of elimination whenever it comes to things. I don't look at things and go, it has to be this because of this, or because I like Trump, or because I dislike Trump. Because Trump, his behavior pattern says this, so he's probably doing this because of this. No, you're drawing conclusions. I look at it and I go, what would have to happen for that to be the case? Is that likely? Probably not. So that's probably not. So that probably didn't happen. So what happened next? Oh, is that likely? Probably not. So that's so everything else is false. I'm serious. Like, people made some seriously convincing arguments. People made some seriously convincing arguments about the first Trump assassination, whenever he got shot in his ear. And people were like, that was a capsule full of blood. But then I used deductive logic, and you want to know what I thought? Hold on, before I answer this question, does anybody on TikTok think that was a capsule full of blood? Like the first attempt that was on national television, where he screamed, fight, fight, fight. Does anyone think that was fake? Yes or no? I want to know. Already all-time high. I want to know. Serious question. No, I'm serious. Guys, we're having a debate. Yes! 100K says. Okay, great. He says yes. Anybody else? I just want to know. I'm serious, guys. Guys, we can have a serious debate. Guys, you know I'm not going to force you to know. Why do people... I'm serious. Guys, yes or no? Say yes, it was fake, or no, it was real. Okay. One person had the balls to come out and say what they think. One person. She said yes. Okay. He said, okay. So, do you think that guy that died behind there was... Do you think that was fake? The bullet that missed him, but then that hit the guy behind him, do you think that was fake? Yes or no, 100K? Do you? Yes or no? Yes or no? 100K, yes or no? I'm serious. Do you? Yes or no? They don't give a fuck about no civilian. No, listen. You said that it was fake, as in like that attempt was fake. So I'm asking you a question. So is this paper? No, it is not. This is my real funded account. All of those are my funded accounts. I'm just waiting on us to displace from all-time high so I can stop this rant. But so that's why I'm talking about something that takes time. So I'm asking this question here. If you're assuming that it was fake and that Trump did that to then gain notoriety, then you're assuming that he popped that pill on his face like they do in WWE where they do a blood pill. You're assuming that was fake too, that there was no real bullet. So my question to you is that guy, when it released, and I actually saw the footage, I saw the footage of a human on the ground bleeding out. Like, he had a morbid gunshot wound, and his daughter was crying while she was holding his corpse. And I actually saw that video. They took it down. On X, they did. But I saw it myself. And I saw everyone running and screaming in hell and pandemonium as multiple people were bleeding out on the floor. And there was a man lying dead on the ground. You're assuming that what you were... So the first thing, sure, but then two things have to be true. That has to be fake too. Do you think that that's fake? Do you think that was just a robot that was just on the ground? Because you said they don't give a damn about no civilians. I agree. That can be true too. Corey Comparator, exactly. That dude had a name. He was a real person. Do you see how I use deductive logic in regards to answering what's real and what's not? Most people don't think like that. It's easy for you to go, well, he would probably do this in order to gain notoriety. That makes sense. It was fake. Saying the incident is staged doesn't mean the bullet was fake. These people don't give a fuck about casualties. Okay. Okay. So, okay, great. I get that. Okay, great, perfect. I get that. It was real for sure, but planned. Okay, great. So okay, great. So now you're shifting to it being staged, not fake. Okay, great. You want to know how I'm getting ready to dispel that right now? You want to know how? Shot one of his voters? Exactly. But I'm not even going to talk about that. Because here's the deal. Okay, listen. You're going, like, in order for that to happen, I'm not shifting. That was my first comment. Okay, okay, good. So, in order for that to happen, you then have to assume that the powers that be were in cahoots to then end that innocent man's life there on that day. That's the first thing that you have to understand. But even then, most people go, well, they don't give a damn about people. Okay, great. Anyone's up for. Okay, great. So they're in cahoots to kill random civilians at a random rally. Okay, great. You might convince me of that. But you want to know something that's going to be a lot harder to prove? Does anyone know, and I'm going to ask Phantom, but anyone inside the military or even Rye, who's inside Discord, anyone that has seriously shot any weapons before or mastered any weapons, none of these are bigger than a joke. Okay, great. You're assuming that he had full-blown control over that bullet for a mile and change away, and he intentionally missed the president's head by literally by an inch or two, and he controlled that in order to gain advantage like that. You're assuming that he controlled that bullet flying through the air like that from that gun, and he knew exactly when the president was going to turn his head and X, Y, and Z was going to happen. That's what you're assuming. Yes, you think that?
What do you guys
Oh, okay. That's what you're assuming. Phantom. Phantom.
Yeah.
Phantom. In your experience from being in the military for 40 or 50 years, I just want you to answer this question non-biasedly. Do you think the best snipers that you've ever come across, do you think that they can control something like that from top to bottom? And pinpoint something like that in order to happen prior or like prior to an event like that in order to hit someone in their ear and then to not kill them? Do you think that? Yes. Well, that's the first question. And then the second one is that a gamble that some of the best professional snipers in the military would take whenever it comes to a high potential political target?
Well,
is that a gamble that they would take? Because if you're wrong, then the mission fails.
No, they wouldn't take that gamble.
They would not take that gamble. The best shooters in the world, Phantom's been in the military for 40, 50 years. The best shooters in the world would not take that gamble, let alone some random civilian like that. Would not take that gamble. You're assuming that random civilian has better training than the best military snipers on the planet. That's what you're assuming. That's what you're assuming whenever you're saying that. I promise you, the best shooters in the world would not take that gamble. That is a mission that they would not take lightly. They would not do that. He wasn't a random civilian. That is correct. He was not. He just wasn't just Sally's Joe Bob. He had prior training, yes. But he wasn't the best in the world at his profession, and he was a civilian. Believe it or not, he was a civilian. He was not contracted. He was a civilian with prior training, yes. So that's what you're assuming. But, hey, I'm just sitting here, I'm just thinking. So I personally think that he tried to take him out. And I just think that he just missed it. And I seriously think that Trump was just lucky. And I seriously think that if Trump breathed wrong the other way, that his head would have exploded. That's what I seriously think. I'm being honest with you. That's just what I seriously think. People love to say things are coincidence until they're not. I'm just being honest with you. Like, if MLK would have survived that shooting, everyone would have said, hey, bro, that was fake. But he did not. His head exploded. People love to say, hey, man, that thing happened with JFK. I saw JFK's head explode on national television. As in, like, I started recording. I was not that old. His head exploded. Everything is planned. Here we go. That is true, too. That can be true. Everything is planned. Everything does happen. I don't think that not everything is coincidence. But how deep do you want to go down that rabbit hole is the question. See what I'm saying? So,
yeah. Well, number one, he really didn't have a professional sniper rifle. He was using a 30-06 deer hunting rifle.
You said he had a what rifle?
A 30-06 deer hunting rifle.
Oh, that was a deer hunting rifle he had?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Proves my point exactly. I just sort of think that he just missed, and I think that he was a great shot, but he just missed. That's just what I personally think. And I personally think that Trump is such an attention whore that when that happened, he knew for a fact that if he stood there and if he screamed fight, 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 that it would inspire hundreds of millions of people. So he personally rewrote his natural tendency, which was to jump down on the ground. So when he got down on the ground, he thought about it and he was like, I'm here at a rally right now. I'm alive. What's the next best thing for me to do? When he did that, I knew he won. When he did that, I knew for a fact he wasn't going to lose. I promise. I told my dad that in a moment. I promise. And I was like, did you just see what he just did? He's not going to lose. What he just did embodies American. What he just did bleeds red, white, and blue. He's not going to lose this election. I promise I said that. I knew for a fact he wasn't going to lose. I promise you. You want to know how I knew he wasn't going to lose? Because I remember Elon was sort of kind of on the fence a little bit about that and this and that. And Elon switched to Republican when that happened. Because I remember, because I like Elon. I do. I like him because I love SpaceX. So I love intercontinental travel, just stars and stuff. So I like Elon for that. Maybe not so for the Teslas and stuff, but I like Elon because I like SpaceX. And so I follow Elon because of that. And when he said that, Elon was like, I support Trump. I knew for a fact he wasn't going to lose. I knew that. He was like, Trump has my vote. I remember him saying that. And I was like, huh? Why? And he was like, what person faces death in the face and then doesn't cower away? This is the true image of a leader. I remember him saying that. That was crazy. I didn't believe it. Could you believe it?
By rights, the Secret Service never let him stand
I'm running
up.
out of rants to go on now. I'm running out of rants. I can bust so much I can drag this rant on. They're goofing around with this market now.
The Secret Service should have
I gotta
held
figure
him
something
down.
else. I gotta find something else to talk about.
They should have never allowed him to stand up.
Who?
The Secret Service.
Yeah.
They should have never let him stand up like that and put his fist in the air after a bullet just whizzed by his head.
You can literally see you trade the algorithm. You can literally see everything is planned. Correct. It is. I do. But I also think that things happen randomly too in life that are just unexplained. I do think that's the case, and I do think that there's room for human error. That's what I do think. You know, I think that. But those are just my thoughts. So are you done trading, right? No, I'm not done. I promise you, I'm looking for a trade. But I just don't want to jump into a trade right now when they're just going sideways like this. This is dangerous. I was on the YouTube. You was on the YouTube? The YouTube ended? Nah. YouTube live stream is going on live right now. I just had to restart it. Nothing is a coincidence, see? Yeah. It can be. It can be and it cannot be. I just think that we need to focus on what matters. They should have never let that guy on the roof. That is correct. But there can be errors. You want to know why? You want to know why there can be errors? Because just stop and just think about it like this. Guys, every single person, guys, stop with it, guys. I'm serious. Guys, think about it like this. Guys, every single person that's supposed to do these jobs and stuff like that, and is supposed to do their job, guys, they're normal people. You do know that they go home to their families, right, at night, that they do sleep, they're not robots. See, on the outside, like, we like to look at the situations and go, hey, there's no way that someone would do that. Or, hey, how could somebody slip up like that? Have you ever been accountable 100% of the time at your job? Have you ever not just called out of work and just or even lied and been like, yeah, I'm sick, but you're not really that sick? I got a family emergency, but you don't really got a family emergency? Or have you ever been just goofing around, just texting on your phone at your job and not paying attention and not been locked in as you want to be? You do know that these people are working 9 to 5s, right? I need to call out. Exactly. You want to call out right now to work. You do know that the people that are working these positions, they are 9 to 5 workers, or they are full-time workers, right? Like, their wife could have been upset because he was texting some random girl online, and he thinking about the trouble that he getting ready to get over at this house. He thinking, man, my wife about to hit me beside his head with this damn cast iron skillet when I get home. And I'm sitting here working this stupid ass event in this heat. Man, I gotta go home, man. Or damn, man, my wife is on my ass, man. Or man, my ex-wife, my now ex-wife is on my ass because I can't pick up Susan from soccer practice. Damn, man, what am I gonna do? And then the dude I'm just making this up. And then something happens. Or they could just be standing there just goofing around, just hanging out, just talking. Like, man, Joe, did you go to that party? Man, what party? Man, it's better than the stupid thing we're doing over here right now. Can you believe it? They got us working a stupid event. I don't even like Trump. You don't either, man. Hell no, you don't like that. But hey, it pays good. Now, what was you talking about? Did you hear what happened with Gucci Mane and Pooh Shiesty over the weekend? What happened with that? Man, Gucci Mane was snitching. Or man, did you hear about what happened with Megan Thee Stallion and that guy Klay Thompson? Man, Klay Thompson, man. That guy. Cheater. Man, girl. And like, girl, I tell you, girl. And then they just sitting there talking, just goofing around, just laughing, having a good time. Not even paying attention not even doing their job to the best of their ability. But we watch it. We watch NQ just goof around and blow people's accounts while I just sit here and while I wait. So I'm just randomly making up things to talk about that somewhat have a little bit of relevancy. Just trying to open up people's minds without choosing a specific direction. That's it, my trading group. Not trying to hurt nobody. That's it. That's what we're watching. We're watching time distortion. They're goofing around. Anyway, let's lock in. Let's get back to the trading now, shall we? Market almost all-time high. ES, oh my gosh. All-time high is here on the ES. They missed it by a few ticks. They about to go all-time high on ES right now. They're goofing around inside this range. They're about to squeeze another all-time high break. NVIDIA is screaming. NVIDIA is up 4 percentile. This is screaming. Volume balance on the QQQ where close of 96. That's a 4. Where's another one at? NVIDIA is screaming. There's a 4 right here, but they missed it. Close of 96. Nope, they filled it to the exact tick. I don't see any. They came back and they filled this one. I don't see any other than this one down here. There's nothing here. Let's look at the spot. NVIDIA's up 4%. Heard a woman swear off men because Megan got cheated on. Holy parasocial. Heard a woman swear off men because Megan, right. People worry about the wrong things, man. This trading view, yes it is. Like, what, like, how does that celebrity, like, her relationship, how could that possibly remotely influence your decision in your life? I'm done with men because Megan got cheated on. Like, what? People are insane. I'm done with men because Megan got cheated on. If Megan got cheated on, then my man must be cheating on me too. Let me go home and let me disrupt my happy household. Let me just get on this man's nerves. Like, wait, what? If Megan getting cheated on, then what's going on with me? And your man or your husband walked through the door happy as hell from work, long ass day, and you looking at him sideways, goofing around, trying to search for shit. If you don't mind your damn business and enjoy your life, leave that man alone. Let that man sit on that couch and watch that game. Or play the video game in peace. Megan got cheated on. I knew men ain't shit. Like, wait, what? What age is ideal to get married? I can't answer that question for you. You need to lock in and get focused. That's the thing. Screw that marriage. You need to get locked in and get focused. You need to lock in on these damn charts, Alice. That's what we need to be doing. We need to be locked in. Not talking about an ideal age to get married and to enter into a contractual binding agreement. You'll know. You'll know when it's time to provide for a woman and for a family. You'll know. What's the ideal age to run this bread up and stuff my pockets so I can make my life easier? Then just maybe I'll consider leading a family. That's the answer to the question. I'm being for real. Man, they're just goofing around up here this all-time high. I've run out of things to go on rants about. They're just goofing around at this point in time. This is ridiculous. Can you believe these people? I've run out of things to go on rants about. I was gonna subscribe to that community, but that dude said that thing that happened over the weekend wasn't fake, and that everyone wasn't in cahoots, and that they didn't break their HIPAA oath. Man, listen, I don't give a damn. I'm with you. I believe you. I promise you, because you're not gonna convince me that it was fake, and you're not gonna convince me it was real. So if that's the case, then what do you believe in? I don't believe in nothing up here for real. I believe in these charts because this is the only absolute thing that I know of. Everything else is liable to deceive me. I'm being honest with you. Everything else in your life is liable to deceive you. This shit right here will not deceive you. If you buy SPY right now at all-time high at 715, and if you go into if I bop you up beside your head and I send you to a 10-year coma, SPY's going to be at 1,000 in 10 years. If you do that, you're going to get rich. So this is the only thing that's absolute. So I got to lock in with this. Everything else can lie to me or deceive me, or it's not going to matter in a few years. This right here is going to matter. So that's what I'm focusing on here. I'm not trying to convince nobody to do nothing. I don't care. I believe in whatever you believe in, as long as you're willing to trade these charts and look at these candles and avoid this weird temptation that they're on. They could flash just up or down randomly, God body. We could blow up the account. Timestamp 2:13. 90 minutes left in this day. They've done nothing all day today but go sideways and destroy our accounts. Man, I think we should walk away from this day today. The fact that we got 3 solid trades today is impressive. It's a 1 hour sippy right there, but they're playing either way. Man, they're fucking around. Hold on real quick, phone call. Sorry about that. Sorry, no. Elon soon open AI and Microsoft for $150 billion. Yeah, I seen that. They're goofing around and they're going sideways. They're gonna take this SPY to 716. I'm trying to tell you. They're gonna blow up your accounts in the meantime if you short this. Every single short is losing underwater. This market's in price discovery mode. There's nothing you can do. You can't trade this. Because if you long this here, then they'll dump it and then they'll run this LRLR over here. Right over here, they engineered this LRLR over here to be ran. Here. See this? But if you short this, then they'll flash a God body like this, and then they'll do this. So you'll blow your account here. Do you like buying at the top of something? Does your strategy call for that? If so, you need to get a new strategy. I mean, you could maybe short this on NQ and then manage your risk to one of these imbalances here. And the anticipation that ES starts to roll over and then dump it and run this, because if ES decides to dump it and run this over here past this zone, and then guess what's going to happen? NQ is going to dump. But you want to know something that sucks about this is this. One, you'd be guessing. And then two, that strategy gets in the way of this here. That strategy gets in the way of this all-time high breakout over here, past this high over here, that was formed at 9:13 on Sunday, which is clearly where they're trying to target. They want to target that high here. And ES might flash it through a God body candle or a flash wick and then consider going lower. So if you short this to run this LRLR, you're directly getting in the way of what they're trying to accomplish, which is taking out this high here. Which means, guess what? You probably shouldn't do that. I don't care what I'm looking at over here. This is what I'm seeing in real time. Hold on. Let me refresh this chart. There we go. Yeah, we got 1, 5, and 15-minute Sibbies here that we're trying to shoot for. And guys, I'm getting ready to give you a then if scenario. If MNQ shoots up into the zone or NQ shoots up into the zone here and even remotely attempts to target this, ES is going to go all-time high overshoot. If ES goes all-time high overshoot, every single short in the history of ever shorts kingdom, and the shortsdom is going to be losing. So why would they close it out the moment they pop this? Why not squeeze it higher? Which means everything is going to precipitate higher and squeeze into oblivion. Okay? So like that's what you need to be thinking about if you're getting ready to short this. Like if they pop this high here, why would they just pop it and then just dump? Wouldn't you think they're going to make these people feel the pain a little bit? And what causes them pain if they're shorting it to squeeze it higher somewhere into the zone, right? That's how your brain needs to be thinking of this scenario here. So I'm not going to short this. Well, long it then. I'm not going to long this ahead of the LRLR. Why? Because then they'll dump it on me and then they'll go higher. I'm going to wait. I'm trying to tell you what they're trying to do now. Whatever that means to you, I'm unsure. I'm not trying to scare you, but I'm just telling you the truth. I'm just opening up your eyes in regards to what's going on, for good or for bad. So you need not short that. The most dangerous thing to do is to short this ahead of that objective. That's the most dangerous thing to do. They want to squeeze us higher into oblivion. This price action has nothing to do with NQ. NQ is trying to dump. NQ, yes, NASDAQ 100. NQ is trying to dump and ES is trying to squeeze. They're going in opposite directions. Look at the ES trying to pop this high and look at the NQ trying to dump. Look, see? Why? Because NQ is goofing around in a 15-minute SIBI in a 1-5 and a 15-minute SIBI cluster, but they could come up into this one. You see them going in opposite directions? You see it? You see this creeping up and you see this going in opposite directions? See them? NQ is trying to dump and then SP 500 trying to pop this higher. I think they're going to run this LRLR, but I think they might pop this high first, though. But I know one damn thing's for certain, though. Whatever trading strategy I'm looking at, I'm not going to get in the way of where they're trying to go fill orders. I'm not going to do that because I can see that high that they're scheming on. They're scheming on it. They're bloodthirsty. They're bloodlusting after that high right there that I have that circle on and that arrow. I'm not going to get in the way of that. I'll consider taking something different whenever they pop it, but then I got to look and see. I don't give a damn what NQ is doing. NVIDIA is at 216. May he help us. May my Lord and Savior Jensen help us. May my Lord and Savior Jensen Huang help us. Jinshun. Not Jensen. Jinshun. I wonder how you say his name. Jensen Huang. That's how you say his name. Jensen Huang. Huang. That's how you say it. Jensen Huang. My Lord and Savior, Jensen Huang. Whom is the CEO of NVIDIA. The CEO of NVIDIA's name is Jensen Huang, my Lord and Savior, whom I pray to sleep at night. May he deliver us. May he deliver us from a bear market. Every single dip shall be bought up in his name. Every dip must be bought in the name of Jensen Huang when NVIDIA is green. Shit. Lord Jesus. This market refuses to go lower when that shit is green, boy. I'm trying to tell you, boy. I cannot explain that.
It's just size of the market cap.
Yeah, just the pure size. No trades for me today. Nothing wrong with that, Jens. I respect that, man. That says a lot. That says a lot. Great discipline, sir. Huang. Jensen Huang. Best to be on alert. They're goofing around up at these highs. They might flash with this and then pull us back based off of the behavior pattern they got going on. NQ's trying to dump, though. I'm trying to tell you right now, NQ's trying to dump. NQ wants to dump right now. Be on alert. They're going in the opposite directions. If NQ even remotely squeezes up right now, and this thing gives up the ghost, ES is going to go all-time high overshoot, and it's going to force NQ bullish. I'm trying to tell you what's going to happen right now, okay? NQ is looking bearish, but it might deceive you. Because if it shoots up even remotely, ES is going to register an all-time high, and then the computer is going to go, oh, shoot, ES all-time high, and then I squeeze higher. I'm trying to tell you what they're getting ready to do now. Listen, I know that this is looking bearish. I know. I get that. I get that, okay? But if ES pops this high here, I'm sorry, if this even remotely comes into this zone, it's going to force ES to pop this high. If ES pops this high, the algorithm that books this price is going to go, oh, shoot, market all-time high, let me buy. Let me buy more. And then it's going to force NQ bullish. So this bearish price action is going to go bye-bye. I'm trying to tell you. That's why I'm sitting here waiting. Okay? I'm warning you now. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. Unless you back tested it yourself and you have the confidence. Then you can do whatever it is that you want to do. Within reason. Under the rules and regulations that you have personally back tested. Okay? They're goofing around with that high now. You need to have them displaced from the zone, one way or the other. The market is in the same spot it was at 130. The timestamp now is 226. They've done nothing but squeeze it and then go sideways for 1 hour while I ranted on stuff that I really don't care about because I use it to kill time. Because I don't have a dog in the fight. Understand that now. You've been warned. You do know that they can give you a flash candle up or down like this and then blow your account. Like you see this wick candle here and they squeeze it higher. They can do this and then go sideways. So they could do it down or up. It's best to wait. You sitting here effing around with them, getting ready to call their bluff. That's what you're doing now. I don't want to FAFO. I don't want to F around and find out. I don't want to do that. I don't want to F around and find out, not me. I'll take your word for it. I'm not going to call that bluff and short this. Shorting it is the most dangerous thing you can do. Longing it right now is less dangerous, but you could catch a knife before they bounce. Just to let you know. They just need to do some but they've been going sideways for 1 hour nonstop. And then they went sideways for another hour or two before that. They've done nothing all day. They just blew up people's accounts that don't have the patience and that can't make $150, $200, $300 and then walk away from the screen. This is a valuable lesson. Every day is a learning lesson. Are you willing to listen? Every single day you can take something from this market and learn something. The only question I think is, are you listening to what the market's telling you? To me personally, that's the only debate. Be on alert. NVIDIA at all-time high. Why do you trade minis when I believe you're good enough to trade big, brother? You said, why do I? I don't trade no minis. I trade micros. I don't trade no minis. You talking about why do I trade micros, you mean? When I could trade minis? I trade minis on my cash account. Is that what you're talking about? You talking about why do I trade micros when I should be trading, when you think I should be trading minis? Is that what you're asking me, Big Slick? So did I know how to answer that question without assuming? Because I don't like to make assumptions. I like to get all of the information before I talk, before I just jump to conclusions on what people say. I like to gain all of the facts first. Do you stress out when you're paying tax? Yeah, I thought you was on mini because of the P&L. Nah, hell no. I'm on micros, bro. 3 to 5 micros in a dream, my boy. 3 to 5 micros in a dream is going to do it for me every time. They're going to squeeze this higher. Do you stress out when you're paying tax? I'm not going to answer that question. I got a securities attorney. I'm not trying to give these people more money than I have to. I'm not going to answer that question. You can give them 50% of your income. And I'm not going to say that's what I'm going to do or what I'm not going to do. But I'm not going to do that. I'm sorry. I just said that, goddammit. Listen, you can do that, but I'm not going to do that as in tell you what's going on. You can do that. I love living in America, but not that much. In other words, I overpay on my taxes. And I love my government. Don't you ever try to convince me otherwise. Don't you ever do that. The government asks for 40%, 45% of my income. I give them 55. And then when they ask me to refund me at the end of the year, I say keep the change. So you're not gonna get me caught up. Who are you? Are you the feds? The Carlton for TikTok? I pay 4 times taxes a year. Noted. Okay, good. Yeah, I thought you was on MIDI because of the P&L. Hey, I'll be rocking with you. You consistent on here for real. I trade live every single day at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Win, lose, or draw. I'm in here every single day. They're goofing around a bit the whole time, so I might cut the stream a little bit. But why? Because I'm liable. Guys, listen, if I don't go on a rant, I'm liable to sit here in front of this screen and I'm going to get bored and I'm going to press this button. But if I go on a rant, then an hour, then 90 minutes can go by like this, and then I'll do nothing, and then I'll blink and I'll be like, hold on, what the hell was I talking about again? Was I talking about some conspiracy theories? Wait, what? I don't care about that. And then I'll just forget. And then they'll randomly do it. Then when they shoot it up, then I'll stop talking. I go, hold on, stop. What the hell was that? And then like I'll sit up inside my chair and I go, okay, let me lock in. That's what I'm doing, just so you're aware. You're on to me. How much should I be making in a day trading before I set up an LLC? You need to be profitable first. Screw the LLC. People need to have 2 or 3 strategies where they're making money first. Stop donating money to the government. You're just gonna be donating money to the government by paying the LLC license on that damn thing. Don't do that. Turn a profit, like insane profit, and you're like, damn, I'm making money hand over fist here. Do that first. Don't open up the LLC. Trade under your real name. LLC don't do nothing anyway, because how you gonna hide the money? You do know that you have to be a guarantor on the LLC, that the LLC is still attached to your name. Like, a lot of people don't understand how LLCs work. You do know that the LLC stands for Limited Liability Corporation. So if you're a singular person on the LLC and you created it, you still hold all of the liability. I'm profitable, bro. I copy trade, got 2 funds and 7 more accounts that will be funded. Okay, good. But I was just saying, just in general. I wasn't directing towards you. I was just saying, just in general. Like, people think just because they got an LLC that they can't be sued. Or, hey, I'm protecting myself. No, the hell you're not. You signed and you're the guarantor under that LLC. They'll just come after you. So LLCs is not what most people think that they are. This is coming from a guy in business. I'm being honest with you. The LLC makes you pay less taxes, right? It depends on how you structure it. That depends. That's up for discretion. I'm not a tax professional. But what I do know is what I just told you. I do know that much. It depends on what you're trying to accomplish. But trust me, bro, run it up. Bro, I want you to be living on like some Back to the Future shit. And then you go, man, I'm making so much money. Let me hire a tax consultant. Look at them. They want to dump now. Then consider the LLC. All right? I want you to consistently have $30,000 or $40,000 a month. Consistently. And payouts, withdrawals. Which ain't nothing but damn 10, 15 accounts. They're goofing around right now with this market. They're tempting me. They're starting to displace a little bit, but so they're tempting me. Make enough money to be getting fresh fades on Thursdays before you get a trading LLC. Close sense. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Get a fresh haircut on a Thursday. When your barber comes to your house. I wish I had like Colt. Good dude. Keeps on talking about this. But us peasants could never experience the life that Colt lives. Fresh cuts on a Thursday. Guys just rubbing it in our face. What is Bullinox? Prop firm. It's my funded accounts. I'm not going to trade those accounts for the rest of the day. That's cooked. Why so? Because I need to register 4 more trading days to get another max payout. I'm not trying to mess this up. 4 more trading days to get max payout on the Bullinox. That's what I'm trying to get. 4 more days. Thoughts on Top Step rule change? I don't really trigger Top Step, so I'm not aware of the rule change. What happened? What they do? I'm serious. I don't know. Like, I'm not trying to be sarcastic. I'm being dead serious. Like, I know I be joking a lot, but like, I'm being dead serious. Like, I have no idea. I don't trade on Top Step. I like the firms where I can do instant pass. NQ playing with itself. That's exactly what they're doing. They're trying to blow up your account. Hi, Digital World says. Hi, Digital World. Digital World 625. You said hi. I will respond hi. My name is NQ Insider. Everyone inside here, the dozens upon dozens of people are conspiring against you so that we can take your $40 per month when you join. Link inside bio. Please join up, join community. When you join up, money will not be refunded. Everyone in here, robots. We were created by our master, Elon Musk. Elon of the Musk. Of the South Africa. We will soon. Just probably thinking, God damn it, I knew this was scammers. Hopped in the wrong goddamn live stream. God damn those robots. I'm just kidding. What's up, Digital World? Hey, man. How you doing? You doing okay? Bro, just randomly tuned in. Man, they about to pop this goddamn high on this ES, boy. You see this? You see that? See what they're scheming on? They're going to come here either today or tomorrow. I'm trying to tell you. The most bullish thing, the most bearish thing that they can do is pop this high, as a matter of fact. This is my mentor, by the way. Yeah, it is. What's up, man? Do you have a mentor? Laughing straight. Jay says, yeah. Exactly. You like it? Yeah, they all right. But with bulling outs, you got to be consistent. So, like, you can't just make $1,500 one day and the next day you make $150. Because then they're going to consider $150 they're flipping. So, like, you need to, like, have rounded P&Ls. They don't care how much money you lose. They don't give a damn about that. But, like, if you make $2,000 in one day and you turn around the next day you make, or you make $3,000 in one day and you think it's just going to make $100, $150, $150 to then close to the payout, they're not going for that shit. ANQ, can you get my brother? He a 10, a shout out. His name is Dixon Myers. Shout out. Where's he at? Have you ever tried? Where's he at? Shout out to Dixon Myers. You talking about like that? Have you ever tried Take Profit Trader Firm? Yeah, I did. And I blew those accounts. I did. I blew the evals. Never paid Dixon, right? Oh, okay. Ha 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 ha. You got me. Okay. You got me. For just being a clip of you. Yeah, he got me. He got me. I'm Unc, you gotta remember. I'm old. Shout out. Haha. All right. Exactly. Yeah, he got me. I'm not gonna lie. He got me. I just like to see the good in people. I had absolutely no idea that he was gonna do something like that. Shout out him. Yeah, exactly. Good dude. I didn't clip you, OG. Bro, just randomly tune in. You got me. I'm not gonna lie, you got me. Don't even have the common decency to give a follow or to like or to send no likes after you got me. No common decency. How dare you? That's crazy. Just coming in here and just getting people to say some of the most outlandish things. I didn't clip you, OG. How old are you? Digital World, don't lie. Don't lie and say 26. Don't lie. And don't lie and say 19 when you're really 14. Don't lie. How old are you? Be honest. This is a data sample. I want to know. Like, I'm not trying, like, I'm not going to roast you. That was a funny joke. I'm not going to lie. You got me. But I really want to know. Because you said OG. I want to know how old you are. OG as in, like, I'm your OG. How old are you? Don't lie. Our Lord and Savior, Jin Shen Huang, knows if you lied or not. Bro disappeared. He didn't want to say. They're monkeying around up here at these highs. Timestamp 2:42, hour left in the day. How many accounts can you have on Apex? 20. I got 10 right now funded. If I just take some basics like this and then I really hammer home like a really good day, I'll make 20,000. That's what I'm trying to do. If I basically pass, guys, the beautiful thing about the eval instant pass is if I just take base hits and I basically pass my eval after I did the eval instant fund, like after I did the eval instant pass, then guess what happens? I make 20, because I make 20 or $40,000. So that's why I do eval instant pass, because I get paid $40,000 just off of one firm to pass the eval. I'm serious. So I just take my time. I'll sit there all day. I promise you. And then, like, if I fail, then I know, okay, well, I get 20 cracks at this in order to still make money. That's my logic and my reasoning behind this. Unless to what I'm doing, just so you know. Digital world, answer my question. How old are you? Fine, sir. Look at them displace you from this high end and run this LRLR in full on one swoop. Jesus. Look at that. Look at the meta at the 680. Meta gonna go all time high. Man, this is dangerous because they're goofing around. Timestamp 244. Look at that wick on the cues where. Be on alert. Best to be on alert. Good short. Chris? Be on alert. Is that MNQ or NQ?
That's MNQ.
Sure. Nice short. Good short, sir.
Thank you.
I like that. I like that for real.
It's not too greedy as far as ticks and points are concerned. I am a little over leveraged. That I will not deny.
I like this. I like that.
Usually I tell myself don't go above 6, but I really liked this setup, and then I kind of backtracked it a little, built into it. So I like my positioning. I think I got a good one here.
Yeah, I do too. I like that. I like that trade, sir.
Thank you.
One of the members inside Discord is in this short right over here, as you can see. So this is the short that he just took just now. His entry is at 419. He's at 13 contracts. Targeting 360. I like that short that he's in. I like that. I like that. Check my
I'll go break even. I'll go break even once we take some of these little internals here. Once we get past 27, 378.50, I'll go break even on it. Because by that point, it's like a breath's candle away from literally just hitting the TP. So if it comes back and hits my break even at that point, then that was just me not closing out the trade in a better spot, and I take that as a good learning lesson, and I walk away.
Mm-hmm. Look at this, man. They about to go to my overshoot on this, man. This is dangerous. Timestamp 244. They're monkeying around over here at these highs. Shit, they could dump this for real.
An LRLR that they built.
These people could do anything in this reality. It's best I be on alert. Holy fuck, I just got back from a what the yeah, this is crazy, bro. They've done nothing for 90 straight minutes. They've churned everybody out for 90 straight minutes. They've done nothing. We're on the same cumulus we were at 120. We've done nothing but go sideways and then bleed it out slightly. This is dangerous, man. If somebody isn't helping you navigate and stay clear of this, man, you're going to get roasted in this environment. This is dangerous, bro. If some fool behind a computer screen isn't screaming, be on alert, God knows what would happen to your account. Or like Indian Josh would say, God knows what would happen to your account. This is dangerous. Not taking no trades because it didn't miss that high. Did it tap into something? No, it didn't tap into nothing. If they would have popped this, then I would have been more willing to short it. But I still think it would come into the zone. He about to get banned. Yeah. Honestly speaking, they're okay on the banning. They just don't like that R word. that R word, there is zero tolerance for that. It like even though I've called myself it, and I'm like, man, am I that word? 100% is 100%. The algorithm is not like that. I love TikTok. Saying you saying that can't even save you. I love TikTok shop. Ain't no saving with that one. Immediate ban, live streaming privileges revoked for at least 3 to 7 days, depending upon the severity. They're not playing. It's like how ES trying to go all the time. I overshoot right now. Might consider long in this. Timestamp 2:48. Look at the Meta. Meta want to go 690. I'm trying to tell you. Google up 2.5%. What's the R word?
Huh. Nice try.
Right. I'm not going to say that. What word do you think it is? It ends with an ED. And it has a T in the middle. Oh. Got it. That word. They don't play with that word. At all. My live streaming privilege will be banned for a while if I say it again. Then I only live stream from Discord. But I'm liable to say that word on any given day because my vocabulary is kind of vulgar sometimes and my sense of humor is kind of vulgar. Even though I'm just be joking. So I gotta watch myself. I could get banned any moment. They're goofing around, going sideways now. It's best to be on alert. You might want to flash his QQQ VWAP on the QQQ, sending it to 66267 on the Qs. I don't have any clear draws and liquidity as to what these people are trying to do. I swear to God, I don't. Bro, they're effing around. This is disgusting. Somebody pray to Jensen Huang that he's so gracious to give us some mercy to where this damn NVIDIA will only be up 2% in the market of dump. Jensen Huang. Every dip will be bought. Don't do anything contrary. Jensen Huang. He's more important than Tim Cook.
Talk about how it's something to work with from a body standpoint and an athlete standpoint with a basketball background. You see why he's getting drafted.
And how about it being the Eagles again, taking that opportunity? And now here's your opportunity, as you pointed out, DJ. That was offense with Jordan Mailata. Now we're talking defense with Bernard.
Almost 6'5". Look at how he's put together. I mean, I say he looks like a Greek god. He ran 4.63 at 306 pounds. He vertical.
He's 306 pounds. The Philadelphia Eagles just drafted this dude. He is 6'5", 306 pounds. They claim 6% body fat, a 39-inch vertical, 10-foot 10-inch broad jump. That's 14 inches longer than any other defensive tackle at the HBCU Combine. And he ran a 4.63 40-yard dash. Where do they make these humans at? Who is that guy? Look at that volume balance. Let me stop talking. I was getting ready to go on another rant, but look at this. Best I be on alert. Finally. Close at 36. High at 29. 7-point volume balance here. It's like they create these humans in a lab or something. Crazy. Jesus Christ. Imagine if that guy was running at you. I'd be scared for my damn life. Crazy. Jesus. 6'5", 306 pounds of all muscle. His arms are the size of your goddamn thighs. His forearm is the size of your thighs. Jesus Christ. The Philadelphia Eagles drafted that dude. They said he's never played football a day in his life. I'm looking at it right now. Jesus Christ. Shit. That's a lot of meat, dog. Yeah, pause. But yeah. No pause, as a matter of fact. Screw that. Nah, there's no other way to interpret that. There's no funny jokes with that. That is a lot of goddamn meat. That dude is huge. I'd be scared as hell. Golly. No wonder us white folk are scared of those big black people. Jesus Christ. Man, help us. Shit. I got a lot of respect for black people. Shit, no wonder us white folk are scared of y'all. Jesus Christ. Like they created that specimen in the lab. Imagine if he was running at me and my little white daughters. Dad running down the street. See that dude in a black guy. I'd be scared as shit. Hell no. Jesus. Christ. My little blonde white little daughters. God, I'd be scared if he was running at me and my blonde son. My blonde 2-year-old. God damn. Bro, start laughing. It get cold like Minnesota. You start laughing. You say, yo, what was so funny? What? So funny. What, did you take offense to that because you were black? I get a pass. My great-grandmother, she married a black guy once back in the day. So I can say nigga if I want to. I get a pass. Look at them get ready to target this. Have you said once? Yeah, once. It didn't work out. And he probably said, whoa. Hey, don't blame me. Don't blame me. Don't you hate? Not everybody plays under the same rules. Life isn't fair. I'm operating under a different rule than you. All Caucasians aren't created the same. Don't test me, Eddie. Once. Be on alert. What are you concerned about, Eddie? Just thought I heard the N-word. I can't say that word. Did your great grandmother marry a black guy once? If so, then you can be like me. Maybe. But I was enshrined. Had a few black guys in my study group in middle school. They gave me the pass. It still holds true today. So I can say that. As a Caucasian gentleman. My middle school ones, I helped them out on their homework. One day. They gave me the pass. If you got the pass, it's all good then. I'm waiting on mine. Oh, yeah, no problem. Keep waiting. They gotta like you. Man, I just feel this vulnerability. Let me stop goofing around with this shit. Oh my God, I'm running out of things to talk about over here. I'm getting bored. Literally about to say that. Keep waiting, bud. Yeah. Bro said, just thought I heard that word. I can't say that word. If you got the pass, it's all good then. I'm waiting on mine. Bro, waiting. I was just teasing, bro. I was just teasing, man. I was just joking, bro. Holy shite, something's heating up. I was just joking, but so I don't have the pass. I wasn't joking about me being Caucasian. I was just joking. I don't have the pass. I do it because I want to. End the discussion. Because it makes me feel good. I hate being not included. I can't stop repeating it now. Oh my God. Hey, where do you live at? Let me report you. Where do you live at? Stop saying that alone in your home. Stop whispering it under your breath. Jensen Huang knows what you're doing. Our father, Elon, our Lord and Savior, Elon of the Musk, knows. Stop goofing around.
I live right off Ron in the Boulevard.
How dare you say that? Muttering it under your breath. Well, no. The market knows. What is this going on, bro? This is disgusting. No, but for this is one of the most volatile charts I've ever seen. Never knew futures was like this. No, listen. This is what you get when you this is what you get at all-time high. Okay. With no news drivers. Okay. So like this is what you get. Like, I promise you, my journal says no drivers, digestion, or de-risking. Base hits. I promise you, I swear to God, that's what my journal says right now. Hold on, did I send that on Saturday? I don't think I did. But that's what my journal says. And I did not write the HVL levels. It says no news drivers, digestion, or de-risking. And it says base hits inside my journal. So they're just digesting the move that they just did on Friday. That's all that they're doing. They're just going sideways, just goofing around. Best to be on alert, and you know the rest. Time for a face reveal. Why so? Even though I may be blonde with blue hair and blue eyes, I can still tell you that I do get to pass because I don't want my people of color to be offended. So I do get a pass. I'm not showing you my face so that I'm not getting ready to show you my face so that I can prove anything to you because I am Caucasian. I'm getting ready to, so I got my homework right here from like 6th grade. I got the paper right here. So like I just wanted to show you that I actually did tutor those guys. So I do get the hall pass to say the word. So that's what I'm getting ready to show you right now. I want to show you on the camera. It's a crazy world. These lunatics trying to, yeah. I had to watch what I was getting ready to say. Can't say that kill word either. Okay, Ellen DeGeneres. What? Not what you were expecting? These people are goofing around. Man, they're monkeying around. Timestamp 303. If we take a trade right now and we lose, we're going to be cooked for the rest of this day. It's probably best we just enjoy our day. Straight out of caucus. Yeah, yes I am. Don't make fun of me. Keep my eyes on you, Ivy. I know some white people found that funny, but they was just laughing in silence. They're like, man, that joke was kind of funny. Because if a big black guy like that was running at me, I'd be scared too, for real. I mean, for real. But they just don't want to laugh. They don't. Why? Because some people might interpret that the wrong way. So they'll go on mute and they'll laugh. That was kind of funny, because that's true. Why? Because my big black ass would be scared. I'm 6'9", 255 pounds. I would be scared. I'm 6'9", 255 pounds, and I'm strong as an ox. I'd be scared as shit if he was running at me. So I know for a fact, I can't even imagine what y'all thinking. Let alone if you was Asian. I'm clapping you. I'm not doing no tussling. Bro, pick up the ball. What happened to my basketball? I can't find it. I used to play ball. Not no more though. Now I sit at a computer desk. Now I sit at a computer desk, and then people who are presumably under the age of 18 randomly join my live stream, and then they make jokes and they say, "Hey, what did he say? What was that thing that he said? He says, "Hey, ain't Q, can you give my brother? He 10. A shout out. His name is Dixon My Ass." And like I'm so fucking oblivious to shit like that now. To the point where like I'll say shit like that and I'll say, "Hey, shout out Dixon My Ass." And then like, you know, a 12 or a 13-year-old from behind the computer just starts screaming, laughing, crying. But, you know, however I can be of service. That's just my lot in life now. It's just where my destiny has called me to be. Here we are. You're a vibe, bro. Thanks. Thank you. You're a vibe too. I'm genuinely cacking right now. Yeah, serious. I guess that's just my lot in life in this world. You ain't 6'9". I've seen you on camera. You a short little dweeb. Yeah, I am. How'd you know I was 5'1"? Man, all this aside, man, they getting ready to dump this, but they're not letting you participate unless your name is Chris. Clearly.
Hey.
Clearly. Unless your name is Chris, they're not letting you participate. Clearly.
I'm still waiting for them to do some shenanigans, like come up, the ungodly wick up, take me out, and then go down lower. That's honestly what I see happening. I don't know why, I just see it.
Wow. What a trade. They created this volume balance here, and they shot it up, and they filled it on this candle, and then they started dumping. 70 contracts in a small gap. That's all I need. Give me a gap. Yeah, exactly. They about to dump this, man. It's best I be on alert. Oh, boy. Man, these people are goofing around. This is what you get with positive HVL, deep positive HVL mixed with what else? What else is this mixed with? Mixed with positive HVL mixed with all-time high mixed with no news drivers. That's what I was going to say. No volatility. These people are just goofing around. It's best to be on alert. Bullshit. Man, This is ridiculous. Because if you shorted it here on any one of these candles, then they would have shot it up. Unless, guys, listen. Guys, sometimes certain traders have certain styles to where, like, you can capitalize on something like this. Because, like, if you're willing to hold a trade for an hour, 2-3 hours, then you can understand what's going on, and you got a clear drawn liquidity, then great. Like Chris, great. Because Chris sees overall pictures really, really, really well. But he's back tested that.
I start my charting with looking at the 1 hours, and if you're looking at the 1 hour and you're backed up well, you see basically almost like 4 months worth of data right then, right there. All the externals, all the big wicks, all of it. Like,
that's crazy. It's best to, you know the rest. It's best to be on alert right now. They're trying to dump this, but they're not letting you participate.
they're doing that staircasing pattern.
Yes. They're dumping.
I don't like it.
They're clearly trying to go lower, and they're de-risking this market, but they're not letting you participate. The NVIDIA is up 4% in one day. Look at the Meta. Pull it back.
Here we go.
Look at the AMD. Amazon.
I mean, ES is dive bombing right into a 15-minute, so I guess we'll see what happens there.
Yeah. Yeah, but they're going to flash this low over here. They're going to come to this 15-minute Bissy here lower. I got me a little $500 off this slow short. Good job, Swan. Call it a day. Call it a day. All this aside. Call it a day, brother. Call it a day. Guys, you got to have a little sense of humor. I apologize if I offended anybody with the Caucasian jokes. You got to have a little sense of humor every now and then. A little dark little sense of humor, okay? I'm not saying anyone was offended, but I'm just saying, just in case. Or just in case you were morbidly disappointed whenever I showed my face and you saw a big, greasy black man. I apologize if that scared you. If you were like, whew, good. Another blonde hair, blue eye guy like me. And then like, good guy. And then like I showed my face and it was this big, ugly, greasy black man speaking into a microphone. I'm sorry. If I disappointed you, I apologize. See, there's again right there. I'm joking again about myself. You got to have a sense of humor about yourself. It's okay. Ryan start laughing. Yeah, like, oh my God. Oh my God. Turn the camera off. Turn it off. Oh my God. Whew. Shit, okay, you turned it off. Okay, good. I can go back to focusing on these charts now. Good. I apologize if that was your initial reaction. Jesus. May he help us. Make this QQQ candle go up so I can get 50 contracts short. Cool too. Yeah. Scaring the folk. Scaring the people. Now I think about it, Fire's parrot always goes off whenever I show my face. You don't like me. Fire's parrot. We got a Discord member who has a parrot in the background. He starts screeching at anything unpleasant. Anything that upsets him, he screeches. You know, trading soon? Man, they're goofing around right now by going sideways. I'm not in no trades right now. Are you taking Asia later? Yeah, we'll be inside there trading Asia session. Yeah. 50 contracts and the gap pays the rent. Make sure you got out of that though. That's dangerous. Good job. Must have got stopped out on that. $396. You was trying to get to $396. That candle came out here, so you shorted it here, and you was trying to get at it. $395.50. Oh no, you took it. You TP'd that out, and then you got break even on the rest. Good job. You TP'd that trade out. Base hit on size. I take 500 and I leave. You know, you TP'd that out, Colt. I looked at it just now. You had to TP that out.
Yeah, hit TP. The rest broke even on the 5.
Yeah, good job. Yeah, but that's dangerous because they could have displaced like this against you.
It's gonna get you some for sure. I'm back testing it right now on some fundeds. I'm back testing it right now. I'll let you know. I'll let you know in a couple weeks.
Funded accounts or demo?
I'm funded, bro. We do some not. It's not like that every time. That's a weird consistency account that needs some big hits.
Oh, okay.
I'm not taking it 50 on all the ones that I'm kind of back testing this on, but same concept. Not quite that size.
They look like they want to bounce this shit. What's up, NQ? What's up, Hershey's? Is that a perfect double bottom? No. They're running out of time. Look at this. And they about to do all-time high overshoot right now. They about to squeeze this higher into oblivion. The market's doing nothing. They're going sideways. Best I be on alert. I call this a day. Hold on. Hello? Be on alert. Guys, they're goofing around, and I have unfortunately run out of things to ramble on about. So I'm liable right now to take a trade right now and then to lose. And like if I lose, then I want to lose $150 in progress that I made. And like I only need to do this for like 2 weeks to get $20,000. So I want to stack consistent days together. Yo, E, I'm tearing up 14 evals and 8 funded. I get my first payout tomorrow. You do? What do you have to do in order to make that reality? Good job, sir. It's been a journey for you. What do you need to do to make that a reality? What do you need to do? Are you going to request it tomorrow, or do you need to make like another $150, $200 or something like that? What do you need? We need to lock in on that, brother. Great job on the journey. Good job. I'm proud of you, sir. You need to DM me in the Discord. Shoot me a DM inside Discord or something like that, bro, so we can figure that out. We need to make sure that's a reality. $200. Okay, good. Yeah, don't do nothing. Don't trade for the rest of this day. Take a solid setup, downsize. You're going to be good. You're going to be good, yeah. That's that. Don't even think too much of it. Just take your time, bro. Just normal trade, downsize. You're going to be good money. Guys, I'm liable to take a trade right now and then to lose. Because I want to put extra $20,000 in my pocket. Are you using Trade Locker? No, I'm using TradingView mixed with Ninja Trader. Mixed with Trade Copia, Trade Copier, and Replicano. 2 months in here. 2 months in here. 2 months, and you finally got your first payout. So proud of you. So proud of you. Hold on. Is Trade Locker good? I've never heard of no Trade Locker. Never heard of it. They want to squeeze this higher into oblivion. Guys, listen. Guys, listen. I'm liable to do something foolish, and I'm liable to give up some of this money if I do something foolish. So I think it's in my best interest in order for me to call it a day. Why? Because if I lose right over here, I'm gonna be on this screen, and even though I only lose like 150 or 200 bucks or something like that, I'm not gonna feel my best. When I knew for a fact I should have walked away in this weird ass environment. When ES is getting ready to squeeze into a new all-time high here, why would I short this at its objective here? It's just not. Just doesn't make much sense to me. Why would I long this when there's 30 minutes left in this day? Okay? The price action is going to be unfavorable. They could do anything in this zone. They could do liquidation candle squeeze above into new all-time high overshoot again. They're trying to go 716 on this goddamn spot. They're trying to go 716 right now on this damn spot. It's probably best I just walk away from the screen. Wouldn't you say so? We'll resume trading tomorrow at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time every single day, Monday through Friday. 9, 10 a.m. in the morning from inside Discord. Van, I wanted to say I'm proud of you, brother. I'm serious. You showed up and you continue to learn. First payout, 8 funded accounts. I'm so proud of you, brother. I'm serious. But the job's not done yet. Even when you do get your first payout, I promise you, bro, that's just the beginning. We need to be smart with that money. Don't go tricking it off. Stay locked in and stay focused, bro. Keep studying up. Keep on improving. Job never finished. Absolutely. Great job, man. I'm proud of you, bro. I promise you right there. So we need to take another base hit tomorrow, and we need to call it a day. Then when you request, don't trade those accounts. Stay locked in and stay focused. Guys, like how I always say, win, lose, or draw. Guys, listen, I know life's hard and it's not easy. Guys, I know we be joking a lot of times. Guys, listen. Listen. There is no discrimination on my end. I don't care who or what you believe in or where you're from or what you like to get into, what you don't like to get into, who you like or who you dislike. The only thing that I ever care about is, are you going to respect this market, and are you willing to show up and are you willing to be one of those people that wants to be accountable every single day? If you want to do that, I'm going to go to bat for you day in and day out, and I'm going to love you like a brother. I'm going to love you like a sister. Every single last one of you. I'm being dead serious. As long as you're willing to seriously want to invest in this. It's not no $40 invest for no knowledge and community, for no knowledge, send them no Discord. No, I'm talking about investing in yourself. As long as you want to invest and seriously trying to learn more about this market, man, I'm with you. So guys, with that being said, the most important lesson out of everything is this. Thank you so much. Is TradingView good? Yes. It's the best charting software. Guys, I believe in you. And sometimes, guys, it only takes one person to believe in us when we don't believe in ourselves. One person. I believe in you and I love you. And I know for a fact that you can do this. We'll be live tomorrow. Guys, please stay away from the scammers. If you want to join our community, nqinsider.com, follow the instructions. I will never ask you for any money. It's just $40 per month for everything, including all of the mentorships and everything, all of the models and everything. We got students getting their first payouts, changing their lives, on track to change their lives. A payout across 8 accounts and being able to stack that consistently is serious. Do you understand that if he just take base hits and make $200-300 a day, do you understand that off 8 accounts, that he could make $32,000 a month off 8 accounts alone? Do you understand that? If he was being conservative and doing one of those a month, do you understand that's $16,000, almost $20,000 a month? And he's not going to stay there. He's going to keep on investing in more accounts. So he's only going to stay at that level for like a month or two. Do you understand that level? We need to give that shit the respect it deserves. But again, I don't have those answers for you. Remember what I said, nqinsider.com. I'm glad that I went on 4 or 5 different rants and I avoided this weird shit that they was doing here. Look at this damn ES, this goof around. ES is on the same candle as it was 2 hours ago. They've done nothing, and they're still getting ready to come here to the zone. See how I avoided? By going on the rants. See? So today was a valuable lesson in patience. I want to see what happens. I want to see if you're patient or not. That's what I want to see. I want to see what happens when you lose. I want to see what happens when you're not winning. That's what I want to see. Apex account's worth it. Apex is the best account to go from 0 to hero.
the best platform to go from zero to hero. Your life can change with Apex once you understand in like less than 45 days. Like completely change. Like literally like completely change. Like you can be making like you be on track to making $250,000 a year in 45 days with Apex once you understand. Zero to hero the fastest from with them. They're the best, even though they keep banning me, but I'm right back. In any event, NQinsider.com. I believe in you, and I love you, and I know that you can do this. I believe in every last one of you. As a matter of fact, I'm going to end this live stream right now because there's only 20, 30 minutes left. Well, no, I'm going to disconnect quietly because some of y'all might want to hang out inside here. But no, as a matter of fact, I'm going to end the live stream right now because I don't want any of the students inside here goofing around with 20, 30 minutes left in this day, and then you have a bad day and you blow up your account. So I'm going to fully disconnect the live stream because we're getting ready to do an all-time high burst, and I don't want anyone shorting this or trying to long this in this environment. So I'm going to disconnect from Discord fully, and I'm going to end the live stream, okay? I love all y'all. Guys, I'll see you tomorrow at 9, 10 a.m. in the morning from inside Discord, 10 o'clock a.m. in the morning from the TikTok. DM if you got any questions.